wake up the world. We're just boys and girls. He can still wake up the world. We're just boys and girls. He can still wake up the world. We're just boys and girls. He can still wake up the world.
Welcome back, friends, to Wake Up the World. We're continuing with our Moses story. We're going to see in our story today another example of God's faithfulness. Last week, we saw baby Moses was brought into Pharaoh's house by his daughter. She found him floating in a basket and adopted him as her own son. Moses grew up as a member of Pharaoh's household. When Moses was grown, he realized he was actually an Israelite and saw that all of his people, the Israelites, were slaves in Pharaoh's house. They were treated very badly. One day, Moses saw an Egyptian mistreating an Israelite, and he was so angry that he killed the Egyptian and then ran away, found a new family, and became a shepherd. One day, God talked to Moses through a burning bush. God told Moses that he would go back to Egypt and free the Israelites. God said that it wouldn't be easy, but that he promised that he would let his people go. God had a plan to rescue his people from slavery in Egypt. He told Moses to talk to Pharaoh, the big bad king of Egypt. Moses said, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says, let my people go." But do you think Pharaoh, the big bad king of Egypt, listened? Nope, not at all. He said, "Who is the Lord? I will not obey him." Yikes, he did not believe in God. So God punished the Egyptians. First, he turned the water in the Nile River into blood. But Pharaoh still didn't let God's people go. So God sent frogs into Egypt. Frogs! Moses said, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh said, "No." God sent gnats into Egypt. He sent flies. Moses said, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh still said, "No." God caused all of the animals, the horses, the donkeys, the sheep, all to die. And then God sent sore spots all over the people. But even with all of those things happening, Pharaoh said no. God sent a hailstorm. Ice balls flew down from the sky. He sent locusts, big, nasty, creepy bugs that covered the ground and all the homes. And Pharaoh still refused to let the people go. Then God sent darkness. Moses said, "Let my people go." Still and again, Pharaoh said no. God told Moses that he was going to send one more punishment, and that after this punishment, Pharaoh would let the people go. Moses warned Pharaoh that the firstborn son in every family in Egypt would die, but God's people would be safe. Pharaoh still didn't listen. God told the Israelite people to put the blood of a lamb on the doorposts of their houses. God said it would be a special mark and that their firstborn sons would not die if they did this. God always does what he says he will do. That night, because Pharaoh did not listen to God and let his people be free, every oldest son in Egypt died. Pharaoh finally told Moses and Aaron to go and take God's people. The Israelites left quickly. They took bread and animals with them. Some of the Egyptians even gave them money and clothes for their journey. God told Moses and Aaron that he was going to bring his people to a new land. God led his people out of Egypt. They were finally free.
God always keeps his promises. In Numbers chapter 23, verse 19, the Bible says, "God is not human that he should lie, not a human being that he should change his mind. Does he speak and not act? Does he promise and not fulfill?" God is faithful. He showed his faithfulness in our story today by delivering his people from slavery in Egypt. Don't just sit there. Go wake up the world.